Hello, this is a new video about motivation. I recorded another video about that, but I didn't like my English. I was speaking so fast and for some reason I said some things in English that were not really that correct. So since I mind my English and I don't like bad English, even if I am the one making a mess of English, so I like this language and I respect it. And I don't like people who say Italy or national, and I know they can't help it because they had bad teachers, or they didn't learn well at the beginning, but we can do better than that. Living in Italy is a strong force. I mean, you're exposed to this language that I like as well, but English and Italian are two different languages that should be pronounced the right way. Having said that, the video at hand was about real motivation, and my thesis, my idea, my argument was about how many identities can we have, and acquiring a foreign language, is it acquiring a new identity? In a way, yes. If we really learn in depth the language, together with the language comes an identity. That's why we have so many problems accepting English as an international language, because English is the language of some countries that have a common origin, so to speak, that is Anglo-Saxon. And even Ireland is not Anglo-Saxon, but they, together with a language, I'm not Irish, they got some Anglo-Saxon culture. If you learn so many languages, how many identities can you have? If you divide your identities in 8, you end up being a very mixed person. And however much they speak about being multiculturalism, I don't know if this word exists, really we need a core. This core can be 2 or 3 languages. More than that, we get lost. We don't know who we are. We need a little bit of stability. We need to know what kind of food we like, we don't like, what kind of music. And I know that there is diversity, but most of people don't accept this. If you speak with somebody, they have difficulty accepting that you can have 2 identities, an Italian and a British or an English, and I have a double identity when it comes to English because I lived in England and I lived in the United States and I live in Italy, and the way I speak English is the result of all this. Really 8 identities? It's impossible. I know that people who are addicted to languages, once they learned the language up to a certain level, they want to move on. They can't help it. It's like people who are womanizers. They want to move from one woman to another woman, but that's not a sign that they really appreciate women. I find that this is more of a weakness than a strength. Once you love a woman, you tend to be with her. Speaking about identities, we have a mother and a father. How many mother figures can we have? How many father figures can we have? I don't think we can have more than two. Other figures will be in a lesser degree. That's an uncle, that's my stepfather, maybe my stepmother. But actually, there's something in ourselves that doesn't allow us to have such a diversity. I know people speak a lot about that, but it doesn't work. Common sense and common people is different. As I said before, people have difficulty accepting two identities. At a certain point, they have no idea who you are. They don't know who you are. So, basically, showing off on the internet is a shallow gratification. But being able to speak two languages perfectly, believe you me, it isn't a small achievement. It's a big achievement. I know very few people can tell the difference. I know that in common life, a person who speaks 4 or 5 languages makes more of an impression towards other people than you, but you have to find your real inner motivation. And when I shoot videos, I find that it's not easy to be perfect, even in 2 languages. I always find some minor or major mistakes in my Italian and in my English. So I always have to, for example, English is a fast-moving language. I have to keep abreast with the new words, new idioms, new buzzwords. Italian is not like this, luckily. English is, I always have to distinguish British from American, and I am exposed to the Italian pronunciation that if I don't check my English, keep check on my English, my English goes to the dogs, as I said before. So I shoot these videos where I speak my mind, but actually I always watch them afterwards. It's a good exercise because even native speakers, they live in another country. At the moment they really learn the other language, we tend, and that's a sign that our brain is not really prepared for multilingualism. We tend to let the other language slip away, and that's not good. So really, when we learn a second language, native speaker level, it can be easy if we drop the other language. We shouldn't drop the other language, and that's where I think we need to focus on few languages. And well, my languages are Italian and English. I haven't chosen any kind of English because my English is busted, okay, and I speak Greek, and I'm relearning Esperanto. My Greek is quite fluent. My Esperanto is not that fluent, in spite of the fact that Esperanto is a very easy language, but I've been learning that for a month, so be lenient. So bottom line, if you speak many languages, you don't even know where your allegiance lies. You know who you are, because really acquiring a language is acquiring part of the identity of the language. When it comes to Esperanto, people say, oh, so you're not acquiring a language because you know identity. There is an Esperanto identity. It's difficult to grasp for people who haven't even started to learn the language, but there is an Esperanto identity. There is a feel of a common ground. Okay, yesterday I spoke on Skype with several people, and it's very funny because no one feels on a higher level better than the other people, even if the person that speaks a better language. There's no feel of superiority, and that's quite good. I don't have any feeling of superiority if I speak English or if I speak Italian. I like the languages. I don't do that to show other people. The only thing I want to show is do that the right way. That means horsing around with the language is not learning a language. Okay? You know you're doing that as a hobby. At least you know that you're not really learning the language. Many people fight with the language, so to speak, and they will mangle it and they get frustrated. And so I post these videos where I help them understand the situation, and I help them to know what to do in order to learn the language. Thanks for watching.